Reb, you sent some person to get Autumn's stuff from her Discord so you guys can raid her stream or raid her server. You know something? What's sad on your part shows your immaturity. It really does. And you keep swearing up and down you're 16 just like Godot does. You guys swear you're 16 all the time. You've been 16 for the past 4 or 5 years. And I know better than that. I already found out your age. One of you's about 25 to 29, the other one's about 34. So quit playing the games. And as far as sending punks into my daughter's server or anything like that, knock it off. Because I tell her to block people. I start asking questions. And then when I find out they're working with somebody else or they were manipulated, like Bexro did, said he was manipulated by you guys to get in Autumn's server. And then, Vanny, I have no idea who you are, and I don't really want to know you, but I'm not on bad terms with you at all. But I am with the other two, and that's just because I don't like what they're doing. Shadow, I detest you because you let these people run all over you for one, but you supposedly did what you did and you said what you said. The bad part of it is then you try to get back in my daughter's good graces. No, that's not going to happen. I won't allow it. And with that being said, in Bertro 88, you had a YouTube video up, and I've got it, where you were talking about that you wanted to leave all this stuff and everything because mentally it was tearing you up. Well, yeah, when you get involved in things you shouldn't be involved in, yes, it will eventually get to you. I don't know if it's because you feel guilty over what you're doing or if it's because you think there's just so many of them out there that you can't deal with it. I think it's guilt, to be honest with you. And actually, you keep chasing after my daughter. Doesn't look good on you anyway. But then when you popped up and said in your video that your mom and dad had no idea what you were doing, do you realize if somebody would ever decide, and because you put that on there, do you realize if anybody would ever rat you out and find you and tell your parents about it and show them everything you're doing, it wouldn't look so much bad on you as it would your family. Don't put them in that position. Don't. It's not worth your time or your patience, dude. Tried to tell you that before. As far as the rest of you go, just leave Autumn alone. Because I don't know you, and I really don't care to know you, and I don't want to know you. Autumn doesn't know half of you either, and she doesn't want to know you. You know, what makes me mad, you keep wanting to question. Let me question you. When was the last time you woke up in the morning and not felt guilty? Being serious. When was it? You had to woke up feel somewhat guilty this morning, otherwise you wouldn't have attacked my daughter today. And as they always say in psychology, the accusers are usually the abusers. I'm not saying that's just what you do, but, you know, think about it for a minute. And when I've called you killers, I've called everybody killers here lately. Because you guys, it seems like you guys are just trying to stress people out to where they want to commit suicide. And that's, I'm being flat out honest to how I'm feeling as a mom, okay? If you're not a mom, you would not understand at all. I don't care if you've been brought up around kids, you still wouldn't understand until the moment you become a mom. Then you would understand. At least a little bit. But it just unreal on the extent you guys to go to hurt people. And back off of Autumn. She's going to leave you alone. I'll make her leave you alone. Take everything away from her if I have to. But you know something? These punk ass kids that you're supposedly getting in her server and all this other kind of crap, they're gone. I'm making everybody leave that I suspect that they're less than 19 or 18. They're going to have to go. But see, I can't have you two in there anyway because you keep claiming You're 16. So with that being said, and you both lied to me anyway about your ages, because Rab, I've known you for quite a while. Godot, you've been on here for quite a while too. And you guys have claimed the age of 16 for God knows how long, which is ridiculous. Why can't you guys grow up and act your age, really, seriously? Because you're not really pedo hunting, per se. I think you do a lot of this stuff for, yes, I'm losing my voice, for clout. I really do. A lot of the times. And don't mess with my kid no more. I'm done with this. And Benny, I don't have to get the cops involved. I don't. I'm not like everybody else. I try to either work things out or I just block people and act like they don't exist. That way I don't have to deal with them ever again. I mean, that's just me. And I do. I pretend people are not even on the face of the earth anymore just so I don't have to deal with them. Because some people like to be around us, some people I can't, and a lot of you guys I cannot be. But let me remind you of something, though. I don't care whether you believe in God or not, but He sees everything that you're doing. He's watching everything you do. Yes, He loves you all very much. But unfortunately, I can't say that. But He does see everything that you do. He sees the messages you send. He sees how you act online. He sees that. And he's watching all of them. I keep telling her about all this stuff too. So don't think I'm giving you a lecture. Because I do it to my kid all the time. But what you don't seem to understand, He does watch. He does see what you're doing. He has read all your messages. He has heard all your conversations. He's heard conversations that you don't even know about. Thing is, my whole point is that we're having a higher up than what we are because we're just mere humans. At least most of us are anyway. Don't you think that when you come to Judgment Day, because I've told you this before, Jesus Christ is returning, and I hope He does it soon as, because I'm tired. I'm done with all this crap. But when He does, and He talks to you personally, and He asks you, why do you do this stuff? What are you going to tell Him? You can't lie to Him because He already knows you're going to lie. When He asks you how old you are, you can't tell Him 16 because He knows you're going to lie because you're older than that. I mean, stop and think about it. There is a higher up watching everything that we do. Everything. And eventually, we're going to be judged over it. And it's not by my judgment. It's going to be His judgment. And I'll be judged just like you will. But I want you to understand, though, on that day, we're going to have to suffer the consequences He decides to deal out for us. For real, for real. And if you can't seem to understand that, there is something definitely wrong. And if you don't believe in Him, you better start believing in Him. I'm telling you. Because of all the crazy that's going on in this world, you don't look at things out in the real world. You just get online and do all this stuff. And then go about making that mention of saying that if they can't, it's just online crap. Well, yeah, it is 90% of it. But you guys drive it in the ground a lot of the times. And then you keep going after people for what reason? You know, for what reason? Ciao.